Stand up, New York Giant fans. What is going on, Bad Dog? How you been, buddy?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm all right, man. Long day today. Still getting over that Giants loss game. We probably didn't expect to lose. Let's say hello to a couple people in the chat. What's going on, Dire Giants fan? Andy Garcia, Cinnamon Rolls in the house. Chris Sonor, Cushmaster, Jonathan's in the house. Trey Turner, Fat Man, Caesar, Munoz, Chizolo's in the chat. Nikki Sav, G-Man 409, Trafficy, Jackie Boy, ER, Chris Gardella, Benjamin in the house. Michael 909. Thank you to everybody for being here. Cushmaster, Cinnamon Rolls. If you guys haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Ring the bell. Go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. We'll be doing the show over on his channel on Friday. Thank you guys for being here. Andre, Big Blue, Sebastian, everybody. I tried to say hello to everybody. Thomas Price, thank you. Nick the Fish, that's a new one. Thank you for being here, buddy. Mizrahi in the chat. Thank you. Nikki Sav in the chat. Big Blue Flag. All right. So, Giants coming off definitely the most disappointing loss of the year. You got the worst defensive football coming in, statistically. And the Giants couldn't move the football. Some of that might have had to do with the rain, but regardless, no excuses. Cardinals moved the ball on us just fine. And I think it was a combination of the offense is not clicking and just bad play calling by Pat Shurmur, which I think we're getting used to.
Yeah, it could be that, or maybe we were seeing ghosts, Chris. I don't know. Yeah, boy, Sam Darnold stinks. Had to get that out of the way. No, it's definitely disappointing. I mean, Arizona flying across the country, playing a 1 o'clock game. Those are so tough for the West Coast team. Well, you can go ahead and get that.
Triple C Central Coast Climb with a $2 super chat. You can forget about it. Thanks for my wrench. Let's keep the squad small. Yes. I think I'm going to reduce it to one wrench going forward per stream, and then probably one a week. I'm trying to keep it as small as I can. I'm trying to be loyal to all my very loyal subscribers, though. Central Coast Climber, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. Great supporter. Thank you very much. What's on, Jet G, Jackie Boy? Thank you for being here. But go ahead, Beto.
Yeah, West Coast team playing at 1 o'clock is the equivalent of 10 in the morning for them. They don't have a great defense. Like you said, statistically worse in the league. They knock our quarterback down 16 times, sack him 8 times. And I don't even know what to say. I mean, the play calling's so awkward. You would think you'd want to run the ball. And I'm not saying you have to give it to Saquon Barkley 35 times coming off the ankle injury, but why don't you give it to Javoris Allen? I mean, we just picked this guy up. I mean, he hasn't played. He's got to be fresh. You're in the rain. Run the ball. Stop making Daniel Jones short, especially when you saw you couldn't protect him. And, I love that Patrick Peterson came out and said, we figured out how to beat Daniel Jones. Really? Because it seemed like the two teams before you also figured it out. So I don't know what the hell they figured out. Blitz them? Yeah, our offensive line can't pick up a blitz. I mean, that's how you do it. You sack a quarterback 8 times and knock him down 16 times. It really don't matter who it is. He's going to struggle.
Yeah, and especially I mean, everybody was at fault in that game. Pat Shurmur's play calling, especially on that 3rd and 18 rather.
Oh, Jesus.
I was at a loss for words with that play calling. Daniel Jones made some good throws, made some bad throws. It's what you're going to see in a rookie. And the offensive line was just absolutely horrendous. Now, the 3rd and 18 call, we live streamed the game together. We're watching the game. What was it, about 3.5 minutes left?
Yeah, man, right in that area. Between 3 and 4 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yeah, 3rd and 18. You got 2 timeouts, and they call a draw play. Now, supposedly, from what I read, it was Daniel Jones audible to the draw. It was originally a pass play with a draw option, and Daniel Jones audible to the draw, and it's kind of Shurmur protecting his quarterback. But regardless, you can't run the football in that situation. You just can't do it.
Since when is Daniel Jones audible anything? I've never heard of him making any audible.
That's just what I read. Yeah.
So I who the hell knows? But I don't know why he would audible to that in that situation. That makes no sense. But if that's the case, I mean, that's not – Daniel Jones is supposed to be a smart quarterback. That's not smart. I mean, I don't care who if Shurmur called that play, if Jones audibled. Why would you even have an audible to a draw anyway? There's no reason to audible to any run. So don't even give him that option. Audible to another passing play.
Right.
Because if it's not there, throw it away, kick the ball away, it's 3 to tie. It's not – and okay, so they run it. Daniel Jones audible. Okay, so that's on Daniel Jones if that's the case. Why the hell are we going for it on 4th and 15?
That made both make no sense. Third and 18, you run it, and then 4th and 15, you go for it. And the week before, you had 4th and 2 with 7 minutes to go, and you punted.
Yeah, down by 2 scores, mind you.
Yeah, with 7 minutes left.
Yeah, so we're down by 14 against the Patriots. He kicks it away. We're down by 3 against Cardinals. He says, "Let's go for it." I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. I can't figure it out. I just this team is. I don't know what the hell to think. I mean, sometimes they look really good. Like our defense, it always seems like they make adjustments in the second half, which is encouraging. But why the hell don't they prepare for the game in the first half? Like, why don't they come out and play? Arizona came out, ran the ball down our throats, then all of a sudden they couldn't do a damn thing.
Yeah.
So, and this happens every game. It
happened in the Buffalo game. Happened in the Buffalo game. Happened in the Tampa Bay game. Patriots game, it was kind of the reverse. Patriots kind of wore us down. But regardless, we usually get one good half from the defense, one bad half. We very rarely get 4 full quarters. And this
Minnesota beat us down the whole game, and we Washington down the whole game. So, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, and I mean, I really thought we were going to go out there and we were going. I was shocked that they were able to get that much pressure on the quarterback. But it's like every week, everybody sends all out blitzes on us, and that's what they're doing because we can't establish a ground game, and we get away from it. We throw the ball. I don't know how. I don't remember the exact run total, but in that rain, look what the Cardinals did. The Cardinals, they didn't throw in the whole second half because of the rain.
Right, and because they had a lead.
Yeah,
it was a tentative lead.
But it was a small lead. It was 17-14 at the half.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah. And the Giants, they threw the ball way too much in those conditions, too. A lot of questionable things for Pat.
Yeah, I just don't understand the game plan. Like I said, I understand, okay, you're not going to give Barkley 30 carries coming off a busted ankle, but, I mean, come on, man. What did you just pick up Javoris Allen for? He didn't even see the field.
Right.
No, he didn't even see the field, so what the hell? And I'm not a big fan of giving the ball to Elijah Penny, but, hell, I mean, give the ball to Elijah Penny. I mean, run the ball more.
Right.
Especially when you see Daniel Jones is getting murdered and you can't pick up a blitz. So, come on, man. I mean, I don't know. There's so many questionable calls. Questionable defenses. I mean, that first drive, Arizona converted 2 third and longs and a 4th down. And you can't have that crap. You're playing way the hell off of it. And I don't know, Chris. I expect them to beat Arizona. I expect that win. I don't expect many wins this year, but I expected them to win that game.
There was no excuses not to win that game. None whatsoever. They had 4 extra days to prepare, which Pat said didn't play a factor. I don't know how it doesn't. You have 4 more days to prepare for the game. Obviously they're traveling 3,000 or whatever amount of miles. Somebody corrected me. They said, "Oh, it's not 3,000 miles. Come on, dude."
That's 2,700.
It's 2,732. You jackass. But
everybody's a critic, Chris. Everybody's a critic.
Everybody is a critic, absolutely. But so you had Arizona traveling a long ways. The 3-hour time difference. There's no excuses. They're a bad defense. We couldn't move the ball, and I think there's blame to go around. I don't think it's all on Pat. I don't think it's all on the offensive line. I don't think it's all on Daniel Jones. I think it's a collective effort. But at the end of the day, you can't really blame your rookie quarterback. He can't get the brunt of it, right? Because the coach has a lot to do with setting him up for success.
Yeah, that's why I get mad at Shermer. That's why when I did the video about firing Pat Shermer, I know some people didn't like that, but that's my biggest concern is the way you're molding your rookie quarterback. I don't know if Pat Shermer's a guy to mold Daniel Jones. I don't know if he is, and I worry about that. I think he's going to ruin Daniel Jones' career.
Right.
That.
And Yvonne, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says 100% the O-line. Arizona has 22 sacks, 8 came against the Giants. I mean, there's a lot of telling stats. Arizona had 0 interceptions in their first 6 games. They got their first against the Giants. Arizona surrendered 16 passing touchdowns in the first 6 games. They only surrendered 1 against the Giants. And we only scored 2 touchdowns, by the way. The blocked field goal. The blocked punt, rather. So the offense only scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And again, that's what I worry about. I worry about Daniel Jones. Seems like he's regressing. I think that I mentioned in the video I did. I think my brother-in-law made a good point that against Tampa, I think he just went out there and played. I don't really think there was much of a game plan for him. I think a lot of that was just him, and I think he went out and did his thing. And I think now Pat Shermer's, changing things up or whatever. Now I know people are like, "Well, they got film on him." Of course they got film on him, but come on, man, what could they have saw of that film?
Right.
I mean. Blitz? Yeah, well, you blitz anybody. If the blitz don't get home, he's going to kill you. The problem is the blitz getting home every time.
Right.
Every time it's getting there. So, of course, he can't succeed in that.
Right. And Chris Gardell, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. And I completely agree with the blitz comment, by the way. And he says, who gets fired first, Adam Gase or Pat Shurmur? And it might be a tie.
I don't think the Jets can do that again.
Yeah, it'd be
I don't
too
think
soon.
they can fire. I don't think they can fire Adam Gase. You can't have three. Seriously, I make fun of Darnold, but if you have three different coaches in his first 3 years, you're just asking that kid to fail.
Yeah. It's too much dysfunction over there. And Rickson, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. Bends the knees. I have a feeling that Shurmur puts a lot on his plate, such as reading the defense and changing plays before the snap. That will help him in the future. Rickson, maybe that is the case. And I don't want Shurmur to get fired. I want this to work out. Okay, I'm praying this works out. I'm hoping that the offense starts to click, and maybe it will in the second half, much like last year, and then maybe we'll come into next year and we'll have a feeling similar to this last year, where we're like, all right, we clicked in the second half, we're starting to get going, and maybe, I'm hoping we have something to be positive about in the second half of the season. And Sebastian, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. Bends the knees. He says, don't forget about Pat Shurmur's offensive scheme is way too easy to read. A high school team can read our plays. I did a video on that, Bad Dog. I don't know if you saw that. No, you did, the Kryptonite video. You commented on it. And the Tampa 2, the cover 2 defense he's not making any adjustments, Shurmur.
Nope, I say right in my video too. I talk about how vanilla his play calling is and how predictable it is, which is a big reason they're getting to Daniel Jones, because they know what play's coming. You know what play's coming. You can send everybody to the house and get there. Of course you can. So it's his vanilla, uncreative play calling that is getting us in trouble. There is nothing there. The defenses do not have to guess anymore. They know what's coming. They come out there. And they read it. It's just like tipping a pitch.
Right.
If you know what's going to come, you can prepare for it.
Right.
He's got to get better at that. That's why I don't like him as a head coach.
Right. And Ethan, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about chances of making the playoffs. And I don't know if you're asking chances of making the playoffs if we add Von Miller, or chances of making the playoffs. And Malik sent one too. All right, let me get that one first. First up, we're not adding Von Miller. Von Miller is, what is he now, Bad Dog? He's 30.
30, probably, yeah.
He's 30. We're not adding Von Miller. The Giants are not going to make a trade to probably acquire anybody. If anything, they're going to be selling and getting draft picks, in my opinion. Chances of the playoffs, I'll still give them a slight chance just because our division is so bad. And if we ever beat the Lions, then you got Dallas on deck. I'll give them a slight chance, but it's not good. I'll say, 10%?
Yeah, we'd have to win the next 2 games. Don't see it happen.
Next 2 games for it to even be a reasonable possibility.
Yep.
And Malik Washington, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. By any chance you've seen the PFF video on day? I didn't see the video, Malik, but I did see the stat. It was his highest rated PFF game of the year, which I found hard to believe. Daniel Jones, PFF said it was his best game of the year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but okay.
And it was Baker's as well, DeAndre Baker. Both of them had their highest ranked. It was it was like 71. I don't remember what it was, but yeah. And Jim,
I don't think anybody can believe Pro Football Focus anyway, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they had the Eagles wide receiving core the best in the league. I'm pretty sure they rated the Eagles wide receiving core the best in football. That tells you all you need to know about Pro Football Focus, guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a little confused at that. And Jim, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget it. Who would you rather have to be honest, Shurmur or McAdoo? Who would you rather have be honest, Shurmur?
McAdoo is a better play caller.
I misread the question. He's saying who would I rather have as the head coach. Okay, go ahead, Bad Dog. Sorry.
Yeah, I think McAdoo was a better play caller. I think he was more creative, but the players quit on him. They didn't quit on Shurmur. That says a lot about the coach's personality. But to be fair to McAdoo, his 2017. I mean, everybody was hurt. Everybody was hurt. Everybody. There was no Odell Beckham that year. We didn't have Saquon Barkley. I don't even know if Wayne Gallman was healthy that year. I think it was Paul Perkins that was running the ball. Sterling Shepard missed a lot of time that year. We were throwing to Tavares King. So.
I think the biggest knock on McAdoo, in my opinion, is one, how he handled the media. All right, and the Eli situation is what really got him fired. But even though he did have injuries, the team quit on him. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah, they quit on him.
Yeah.
But they played for Shurmur. That speaks a lot about a coach's personality.
Yeah, so
I think
That was the issue.
I just think McAdoo had a better play. I think McAdoo had better play selection.
I agree with that. McAdoo was a good offensive coordinator. We say it all the time.
Yep, he was.
Yeah, he did a good job with Eli in 2014, 15, right? 15, 16.
Yeah, 14, 15. Eli had two of his best statistical years of his career. 2015, he did. He threw the most touchdowns in his career. He threw 35 touchdowns that year.
Yeah, 35 and 13 picks or something like that?
13 picks, yeah.
Yeah, he
actually less interceptions than Peyton did that year.
Yeah, he had a great statistical year that year. But, thank you guys again for all the questions. And, of course, we always answer your questions throughout the stream. But getting back to this Arizona game, now we got Detroit on deck after this very disappointing performance. Now, I did read, and what's going on, Steven Evans? Thank you for popping in. Fondue, Evans. But getting back, I read that I think it was Kerryon Johnson is getting surgery, so I don't think he's playing in the game. I did read that, so that's interesting there. He's one of their better weapons. I had no idea until I read that today. So we'll see how we stack up against them. But Detroit's been pretty good this year. Their record's not really indicative of how they've played. This is going to be a very tough team to beat on Sunday. Yeah,
they're not going to be easy to beat. Matt Stafford's still one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. They had the big lead in Arizona. They kind of choked it away, ended up tied. The officials screwed them in Green Bay. I mean, let's face it. I mean, but then again, they kicked 5 field goals and should have been scoring touchdowns. It should have never even come to that. But this is a team that's probably, I mean, they're better than we are. It doesn't always mean that we're going to, lose to a team that's better than us, because I still believe we're better than Arizona, and we lost to them. So, Arizona fans could say, no, our defense is good, and this kid, Edmonds is great. And come on. I mean, Kyler Murray didn't do anything.
He hit 100 yards.
He did nothing. He threw for less than 100 yards, or right around there.
Yeah.
He was like 13 for 20 for 92 yards. They didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So they ran the ball.
It was the first 2 drives, really. I mean, Kingsbury came out there with a great initial game plan. The Giants defense wasn't ready for it for the first 2 drives, and then they made adjustments. If after those first 2 drives, they had what? 13 points. So, Kingsbury came out with a great game plan to start the game, and the Giants defense wasn't ready for it. And again, that's a sign of bad coaching. So,
So, I mean, the Giants, to me, came out like they weren't prepared.
Right.
Like they did no film study. Like they just sleptwalked through the first quarter.
Right.
It's like they didn't do any work on Arizona. They didn't care what their game plan was. Like they didn't prepare for their game plan at all.
Right.
So, I don't know. That's why I get on. That's why I'm so hard on the coaching staff, because if you look at the way we play, we always get off to a slow start, which tells me they are not prepared to play against the team they're playing. Mm-hmm. With the exception of Dallas, when we went right down the field and scored that touchdown, okay? When else? It seems like ever since then, we were down 28-10 against Tampa. Well, Washington, we kicked their ass because they're just really bad.
Didn't we score the first drive against Buffalo, too? I think, right?
I think we did. It was
because that was the game we were late, and I remember Barkley scored.
That's right.
Yeah, so our first 2 games we scored in the first drive, but it was the same. It was like almost deja vu. The first 2 games.
Yes, right. Yeah.
It was like
the first half we're always behind.
Yeah, always.
Except for Washington, we've trailed I believe we've trailed the half in every game. So.
Thank you, Central Coast Climber, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, sorry to change the subject, but who will win the AFC South? No, you never have to be sorry, man. You're a great subscriber, both of ours. My honest opinion on the AFC South. Let me think. Colts.
I was going to say
Colts. I'm going Colts.
I was going to say Houston, and then they go out and lose to the damn Colts.
Yeah, I like the Colts a lot. I love their offensive line. I love their identity. And I'm saying this right now. A lot of people may call me crazy. I think the Colts are the biggest threat to beat the Patriots in the playoffs in the AFC. And that's not much of a threat, but I think they are the biggest threat. Name a bigger one. The Ravens? They're not gonna beat them.
Chris. You did this last year.
They're not going to beat them.
Anything? You picked them last year. You can't beat the Patriots. They can't beat them. Nobody's beating the Patriots in the playoffs. Nobody. I won $50 in that game last night, by the way.
What?
I won $50 in that game last night.
There you go. That's right. You played the Jets. And
you always bet the Patriots against the Jets. Always.
And my man John Letourneau, the Phillies ace, with a $5 super chat, bends the knees, stand up, the entertainer. You got to give him the Stella.
Stella!
Our teams need to wake up. This is not, as fans, our teams deserve. Y'all are the best. Shermer stinks. I can't argue that, John. Shermer's awful, and thank you for the super chat, man. But hopefully he gets better. Hopefully the Giants get better. But it's been very discouraging the last couple of weeks, and sure it's been discouraging for your Eagles too, being at 3-4, not trying to rub it in, but I'm sure John and the Eagles fans.
The way they lost to Dallas. I mean, because Eagle fans are talking a lot of crap, and they hate Dallas, and really that's who they're battling for the division, and they know it to get not just to lose, but to get absolutely mollywopped like that. I mean, they turned the ball over the first 2 times. Dallas went right down and scored. Game over.
I did not see that coming. I really thought the Eagles were going to come in there and beat them the way the Cowboys played the week before. Now, do you think the Cowboys are back on track now? After suffering 3 straight losses, do you think this team is back on track and they're going to start to roll?
I don't know how they lost to the Jets.
Yeah.
I honestly think the Jets was a trap game. I think they were looking forward to the Eagles, and they completely overlooked the Jets. I really think that's what happened. I think that's sometimes those are your trap games. You got that big game after. I think that's what happened to go to College Bowl. I think that's what happened to Wisconsin. I think they're looking at Ohio State, and they got beat by Illinois. And then nobody saw that one coming. Wisconsin's a 30-point favorite in that game. And I think they looked forward to Ohio State and got snuck up on and lost. And I think that's what happened to Dallas. I think they were looking at Philly, and the Jets were the classic trap game because that was not the same team that played against Philly that played against the Jets.
No, not even close.
I think that's what happened to Dallas. I thought you and I both picked Dallas to win this division. I think they're on track. I say it all the time. You see what they did to Philly. Run, 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 run. Dak throws the passes he needed to throw. Run, run, run. Dak throws the passes he needed to throw. By the fourth quarter, 8-yard run. 7-yard run.
Yep, body blows.
8-yard run.
Yep.
9-yard run because you wear them down. That's when Dallas is at its best.
Yeah, and that's what the Giants got to get to. I mean, they drafted Saquon Barkley for a reason there, where they took him. Yep. Use them. Build your team around them. And I hope the Giants build their team the way that the Cowboys have built theirs. I always say it. It's just that Chizola, thank you, man. Thank you so much, man, for the $10 super chat. Stand up. He says Saquon has 55 carries for 309 yards, and he missed 3 games. Every other running back who has over 300 rushing yards has over 70 carries and played every game or just missed 1. You'll never hear us debate anything on Saquon Barkley here, Chizola. But I had to look at myself. I think he's far and away the best running back. I know McCaffrey's having an otherworldly year, but Saquon Barkley to me is the most talented running back. You'll never hear me argue against that.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
He's out of this world. And John, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, "Do you think the Eagles should have kept Foles?" That's a great question.
No way.
Wentz is still really good. You just got to worry about injuries. I don't blame their losses on Wentz.
What were you going to do? You don't have cap space to carry Wentz and Foles. You're going to let Wentz walk? You're going to let you traded all those picks to move up to get Carson Wentz, and you're going to let him walk for Nick Foles? And Nick Foles ended up getting hurt this year. You
exactly.
have to keep Wentz.
Foles got hurt, so in a way, you kind of lucked out anyway. Yeah. That's a good point. And Central Coast Climber, man, thank you for the $2 super chat. You get Foles coming back. We are contenders or pretenders. What's I don't even know what's their record right now? 3-4.
I think they're 3-4, if I'm not mistaken.
I to be honest with you, I don't know the Jaguars' remaining schedule. I did look at Josh Allen's stats because we were talking about that in the stream the other night because somebody brought it up with the Daniel Jones thing. Josh Allen's playing well for them. He's got 5 sacks in his first 7 games. And the Jaguars have a really good defense. So if they could stay in the hunt, Foles gets back, you're hovering around the 500 mark. Say when does he do back? Week 11? So say you're 5-5. Maybe you got a shot. I do like the Colts, though. I think the Colts have a really good team, even with Luck leaving. And Houston's still dangerous. It's going to be tough for the Jaguars, but they got a defense.
That's a tough division.
Yeah, it's a really tough division. But once again, thank you to everybody for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. We'll be talking for about another 20 minutes. I wanted to touch on the signing today. Guy that I really like. I called it last week. I said that the Giants should have signed him, and they finally went out and did it. Dayon Buchanan, who does have a lot of familiarity in this system. Obviously, his best years were with Betcher. Betcher leaves in 2017. He falls off last year, much like Marcus Golden did when Betcher left. Now we see Marcus Golden playing in the Betcher system. Marcus Golden's playing better. I thought Buchanan just made so much sense in the offseason. I was surprised we didn't sign him to begin with on such a cheap contract. What do you think of the Buchanan signing?
I'm laughing at the...
Oh, let me get that real quick. Acapulco trade rumors, $2 super chat. Forget about it. Pat Shermer, worst coach since Rod Rust is D coordinator.
I have not heard Rod Rust in so long. Was that? Oh God, was Rod Rust was Ray Hanley's defensive coordinator? Is that right, Acapulco? I can't remember. I think that was Ray Hanley. If I'm not, I could be wrong, but I think that was Ray Hanley's defensive coordinator. Just hearing the name Rod. Rod Rust. Acapulco goes back. He's got to be around my age.
It's got to be. You guys always have your inside
Does a lot of the
jokes.
same crap I do.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was Ray Hanley. Okay. Yeah. I started laughing. Oh, God. Those are terrible years. Rod Rust. That was a blast from the past. That made my night, Rod Rust. I
What a name. It sounds like an action hero, Rod Rust. Sounds like an action hero.
God, he sucked. God, that was a horrible coaching regime. But Deion Buchanan, I loved him. You know me. I talked about Deion Buchanan for years because I said, why don't the Giants do that with Landon Collins?
Right.
That's where Landon Collins belongs. Landon Collins is a money backer. Right. You'd get the most out of his talent by making him a money backer. He's not a safety.
No, he's not.
He sucks at safety.
Yeah.
So make him there. I mean, he's better when he was close to the line of scrimmage. He is a good tackler. He's very good against the run. And that's something that they should have done with him. So we need linebackers. I mean, we are beat up there. I don't know when the hell Tay Davis is coming back. Obviously, we lost Ryan Conley. Ogletree's been injured. Lorenzo Carter really hasn't done much of anything. So that definitely helps. It gives us depth at linebacker. And God knows we need depth at linebacker. I'm excited to see what Deion Buchanan can do. I've always been a big fan of him.
Me too.
I think he can make an impact in this team. I really do.
I love him. And Chizola, thank you so much, man, for the $5 super chat. Forget about it. He says, exactly. Saquon isn't human, and Shermer decides to pass until 4th and 35, and then let Saquon run. Shermer's got to be high at as blank before every game. Listen, you're not going to hear me argue against that, Chizola. We've been preaching that since last year. Barkley last year only had 4 games where he had 20 carries or more. That's inexcusable for a guy that you take second overall with his talent. It's got to be at least half the games.
The game that really started, I was pissed at Pat Shermer game 2 last year when we ran the ball, when Saquon Barkley ran the ball 4 times in the first half against Dallas.
Oh,
that was week 2. That pissed me off. I was like, how you draft the guy second overall and you carry it 4 times in one half? And it's not like we were behind. We were behind by a touchdown going into the half. The offense couldn't do shit.
Right.
And they didn't give him the ball. And then the Eagles game, when Philly 500 coined the Bad Dog is a Mad Dog song, because he had 13 carries, over 100 yards in the first half, was decimating them. And if Eli Manning doesn't force the ball to Odell Beckham before the half and hits Saquon Barkley wide open in the flat, he scores another touchdown.
Right.
And then Shermer gave him the ball 4 times in the second half, and we ended up losing. So at that point, and I don't think it was that. I think of the Atlanta games when I want to punch him in the windpipe and watch him choke to death.
Oh, the Atlanta game was brutal.
Because he went for 2 when we had no business going for 2. Yeah. But after the Eagle game, my post-game video, I do remember saying, I always remember EDP saying, if I ever saw him, I'd spit in his face. And if I ever saw Shermer, I'd spit right in his face. Pat Shermer's done a lot of stuff to piss me off.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand the game plan. I think it's common sense, half this stuff. And
listen, at the end of the day, I'm the same way with Fizdale with the Knicks. And, oh my God, thank you so much, man. PTA Sports, that's an up-and-coming Giants channel, by the way. The guy puts in a lot of work. If you guys haven't done so, go check it out. PTA Sports, $10 super chat. Stand up. What's up, guys? This coaching staff has a season and a half to fix themselves, or Bad Dog voice. Get him out of here. Pat Shermer is killing me. Listen.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Now, we can say what we want. And Vladimir Putin, thank you for tuning in, streaming again. Thank you so much. Go over there and subscribe to PTA Sports if you guys haven't done so. He's putting in a lot of work there. He puts out a lot of videos. But we can talk about we should fire Pat Shermer until the cows come home. I'm kind of in a wait-and-see approach, but I'm getting more towards where you are. I'll say that. But I'm still trying to remain as patient as I can. But I completely agree. The guy he makes decisions that make you scratch your head. But I'm not even asking would you. And thank you. Thank you guys. Jack Davis, thank you for the $2 super chat. Forget about it. And Chizola with a $2 super chat. Forget about it. Shermer touches himself after the Giants. Yeah, he probably does at this rate.
I think that's why he coaches the way he does. It gives him an excuse. I don't know.
No, I'm not asking.
I'm going to tell you what, though, Chislo. After that game on Sunday, I wanted to reach out and touch him, if you know what I mean. Strangle his ass.
But I'm not even talking about what you would do to Shermer. What do you think the Giants? I think he's coming back next year, almost regardless. Knowing the Giants.
Back. I have no doubt.
Yeah, I think he's getting.
I want him gone, but I know that's not happening.
Yeah, I think he's going to get a third.
People. It always makes you laugh when you do a video and People want to criticize you. That always makes me laugh. Uncle Lou would say, type. Yeah, type. It's so easy to come on here and criticize somebody that's making a video when you don't.
Right.
We put our opinion out there to be criticized. We put our face out there to be criticized. We can be wrong, and people go back, oh, you were wrong about that. I mean, it's so easy to do that. I mean, anybody with a keyboard can do that. But, I'm like I said, I don't understand people getting mad at me wanting Pat Shermer gone. Someone's like, well, you're whining about it. Well, no, I'm pissed off about it. And as I said in my Yankee stream, when people are like, you're mad, you're upset. No shit. I don't like my teams losing.
Of course.
And I am impatient. I'm impatient not with the job. I'm impatient in life. Ask my wife.
I've heard. I've talked to you, man. I've heard. And Kimberkiss. How you been, Kimberkiss? Thank you so much for the $3.
The ghosts.
Yes, the ghost. And she says, "Hi guys, much love. Thank you, Kimberkiss, for the super chat." And Malik Washington with a $2 super chat. Forget about it. He says, "Who would you have replaced Shermer if he were gone?" Okay, yeah, a lot of people have asked us this question. Real quick before we answer it. Oh my God, you guys are crazy tonight. Thank you so much, Rickson, with the $5 super chat. I'll get to that in a second. Let's answer the Pat Shermer question real fast. I know you're going Lincoln Riley.
Of course. That's no brainer.
Yeah, but he loves Lincoln Riley. And a lot of people like Lincoln Riley. That's a name you hear. He's got an innovative offensive mind. It's what a lot of people want, those young college coaches who bring a lot to the offense. And I would not be opposed to that type of coach. Todd McVay's a perfect example of a guy that's been very successful. I keep saying Harbaugh if he was available, and I think he might be based on the way Michigan's doing. I like
have no
Harbaugh.
problem with him either.
Yeah, I've always liked Harbaugh. I thought he was a great coach. And yeah, if that's a guy that the Giants want, I don't think it's going to be this year. I really don't. We could say it as much as we want. The following year, if Shermer's not getting it done, that might be a guy I'm looking at if he's available. That's just the top, and then there's tons of OCs, DCs in the league that come to mind. And let me get to Rickson's $5 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, I think he means why don't anybody realize that DJ has thrown the longest touchdown pass versus the Pats defense? And would you trade your second pick and Shepard for Von Miller? That may make sense.
The first one, Rickson, he's the only person to throw a touchdown pass against. Period.
Yeah.
No other
1 yard
touchdown pass.
Yeah, 1 yard touchdown pass would have been the longest.
Yep.
But yeah, he's the only. But as far as that trade may make sense because Shepard's got a concussion and that contract's looking bad now. So that may make sense. I don't see anybody trading for Shepard because he's got 2 concussions. He's not playing right now. So I think that's a fairy tale, possibility. So I don't see that. But I don't think we trade for Von Miller. I don't. Maybe we sign him. It's possible. And I think I got one more I want to get real quick.
Sebastian McKinley.
There it is. Sebastian, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Forget about it. We can't blame everything on Shermer. Sure, he sucks. But would you rather have the Dolphins head coach? Barkley can coach better than Shermer because he has energy. Yeah, that's true. And that's one thing I'll say about the Giants. And OGR said it in his video. And I agree with some of the stuff he said. I do. The Giants, a credit to the Giants is, I give them credit for this as an organization. They don't always do what the fans want. They do what they think is right. And they're going to be patient if they think it's the right thing to do. Now, they may be wrong in this case.
They've been wrong for years. They were a little too patient with Jerry Reese, which is why we're in this situation.
Way too patient with Jerry Reese. Way too patient with Jerry Reese.
That was the problem.
Yeah.
That's why we are where we are.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's the truth. We always say it, you can't fix 7 years of bad drafts overnight. Can't do it. Can't do it.
But Shermer just doesn't look. I mean, his face on that last drive, the fourth down. He looked lost.
Yeah,
that's why every time I talk about which way did he go, Pat Shermer.
And if you, by the way, I haven't had a chance to shout it out. If you guys have not done so, all my new subscribers who is not subscribed to Bad Dog Sports, go into the link in the description and subscribe to Bad Dog. I'll be on there on Friday. He's going to be calling the World Series game tomorrow night. So if you're a baseball fan, you go on over there and you hang out over there and you watch the World Series game or you might be calling the World Series game.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I even tonight, I think I needed a little break after the Yankees broke my heart.
So he might not be doing. But either way,
I'll do it now because I was watching. I'm still watching it, and It's gonna be a good series. I'm over it now. But it's just, I'm sitting here tonight just thinking to myself, I love this show, but I wish I was calling the World Series with the Yankees in it right now.
Oh, if the Yankees win,
That's all I kept thinking.
Absolutely. And Johnny Boy, thank you so much for the super sticker. He says fist bump. People love the super stickers. Thank you.
I've never got one of those.
You know, maybe your channel is not activated for me. I think you have to go in and activate them. I think I remember.
It's activated.
Is
Correct.
it? Okay. Ian Jones, thank you for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, do you think the Manning brothers could make a good offensive coordinator? That's a great question, Ian. Peyton Manning could do whatever the hell he wants. That guy could be like a brain surgeon if you wanted to be. That guy is brilliant. So yeah, if Peyton Manning wanted to be a head coach, offensive coordinator, I think he's fully equipped to do it. I don't see him doing that. And the same thing with Eli Manning. I think Eli Manning can make a good head coach. Sure, why not?
Nah.
Or a good OC.
Maybe a good OC.
He won't do it, though. He's not going to do it.
Neither one of them are going to do it.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning makes too much money with his State Farm commercials, and
his Papa John's.
Eli's got 3 kids, and I'm pretty sure they're young, so he's going to retire and enjoy his family. Hey, they don't need money, and honestly, I just don't think Eli would be a good coach. I just don't.
He doesn't have that leadership factor.
He's not a rah-rah guy. He's not really a vocal guy, and I couldn't see him being a coach. Peyton, on the other hand, I think could coach, but Eli's just different.
Peyton could do whatever he wants.
And I'm afraid that, Eli's a little bit too much in Daniel Jones' ear. I think the Giants are trying to make Daniel Jones Eli, which is pissing me off. And that's what I was so mad about with the Pat Shurmur stuff is he's doing too many things Eli Manning did, and he did not do any of those in the first game he played. So you can't just tell me it's because defenses have film on him that he's throwing off his back foot, that he's staying in the pocket. Like, he didn't do that the first game at all. He was out of the pocket a lot.
Right.
And when I said they need to run RPOs, guys like, that's a gimmick offense. I'm like, I don't want him to run an RPO every damn down. But put it out there and give him something else to think about.
Have it as a wrinkle in the offense.
We haven't done it since the first game. And guess what? I called it when we said, I said, Chris, we're setting up that RPO. Got down to the goal line. Bang, there it was. 7-yard touchdown run for Daniel Jones.
Bad Dog needs to be a coach of this team. If you want Bad Dog to be the head coach or at least the offensive coordinator of the New York Giants, press 1. I think that Bad Dog should be the head. I think anybody could be a better head coach than Pat Shurmur at this point, the way he's been calling games. But I hope it improves. I still am trying to hold out hope and say, well, he had success before he got here as an offensive coordinator. But as we always say, OC doesn't always translate to HC.
No, it takes something different to be a head coach. I mean, you can look at all the coordinators. Like, wow, I guess people want me to be the head coach. Jesus. But you look at a lot of coordinators. Buddy Ryan, fantastic defensive coordinator, bad head coach. Rex Ryan, fantastic defensive coordinator, bad head coach. Wade Phillips, fantastic defensive coordinator, bad head coach.
Right.
Ben McAdoo, very good offensive coordinator, bad head coach. It doesn't always translate. It just doesn't. Rod Rust. I still laugh.
Rod Rust. That sounds like a porn star.
I can't believe that I remembered that was Ray Allen's defensive coordinator. I like to forget those years.
Rod Rust. It sounds like a 70s porn star. Picture a guy with a handlebar mustache, with chest hair. Ligma, man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, I want the head coach to be Mario Cristobal from Oregon. I don't know much about him, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I'm still not a Pac-12 guy, so I couldn't agree. I don't know. I'm SEC Big 12. That's
Ligman knows a lot about college football.
I watched the Big 10 too, but it's Harbaugh wouldn't bother me one bit.
I like Harbaugh. Specifically because of what he did with Alex Smith, a quarterback who we both think Daniel Jones kind of resembles a little bit.
I said he could be a rich man's Alex Smith.
And Harbaugh, rectified his career. I mean, before Harbaugh gets there, he's ready to be out of the league.
Yep.
So I think he's a good fit. If that's fantasy talk, and I hope we never have to look. I hope Shermer's the head coach for the next.
See, a lot of people are talking about Mike McCarthy. I'm not big on Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy had Aaron Rodgers.
Mike McCarthy was basically Phil Jackson. You gave him the
quarterback like Aaron Rodgers can make any head coach look good.
Yeah, and look at McCarthy gone now, and look at the Packers 6-1.
Yep. So yeah,
I mean he was great. I mean in terms of wins and losses, McCarthy, but I could win with Aaron Rodgers when he's in his prime.
Nick Saban tried the NFL. Kirk Cousins. He tried it with Miami. He failed. He'll never leave Alabama. Never.
And
He's ensconced there forever.
yeah. And if you're Nick Saban, you're in a cushy spot. It's like Mike Krzyzewski and Duke. He's never going to coach in the
He'll
NBA.
never go anywhere.
Yeah, so why would Saban go anywhere? He gets the best players every year. He wins every year. He sits back. He makes whatever he makes, probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know what he makes, but a lot. And he's known as a god in Alabama. Why would he ever leave? Makes no sense.
Yeah.
And Rick Smith, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. If Bad Dog ever became the Giants head coach, what does that say? Let be your LB.
I think he wants to say, let you be the linebackers coach.
Oh, yeah, Rick, whatever Bad Dog would want me to be, I'll be the water boy.
I would definitely be like Bill Parcells. That's the kind of head coach I would be.
Yeah, the
I
big
would
tuna?
definitely scream at those goddamn players. Oh, I'd get in their ass like Parcells used to. I wouldn't be this laid back guy.
But you're way too fit to be Parcells.
Well, yeah, Parcells has an uncontrolled gut, without a doubt. Yeah, he's looking like a bingo lady these days. But
I'm waiting for the fanny pack.
yeah, if he has one, it's just his belly.
Yeah.
And he's got frass, as we call it, a front ass.
Yes, he does have a front. What was it? What was that week? Oh, Brill, the drinking.
Yes, Brill. That's Jason Garrett's wife's name.
Yes, Brill.
So that's why I said it. I forgot who said it, but I will be taking Brilly because that's beautiful.
Brilly. But if you guys haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. More importantly, go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. It is 10:56. We'll start taking questions now. We'll hang out with you guys. We've been taking them for a little bit, but go ahead, ask out your questions. Hopefully you keep them Giants related. But yeah, just to sum up Dwayne Buchanan, I think we both agree it was a really good pickup. He fits the defense beautifully, and it fills a need.
Yep.
And Zach Rosa says, oh, man, Ian Jones, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, Nate to the Browns, what would you want for that? No one's taken. I'm assuming he's talking about Nate Solder.
Oh, God, no one wants that contract.
I'm assuming that's what he's talking about, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's taking Nate Solder. We couldn't give him away for free. The guy's making $20 million next year and $20 million the year after that. Who's going to take a left tackle who can't block and pay him that kind of money? I don't see it.
Yeah.
I wish we could get rid of him. We'd have to give up draft picks to get rid of him. We'd have to be like, we'll give you a third and a fourth and take Nate Solder to get rid of that contract. How much you think we'll lose by on Sunday, Javon says?
Touchdown.
Yeah, I'd say about a touchdown. 7 to 10 points. I hope we win, but that's my honest opinion, too, about 7 to 10 points. Oh,
Jason.
Go ahead.
I was just going to, before you get that, I was just going to say, Jason Locke Confora reported Browns have interest in Solder. Is he from Acapulco? Is he the same guy reporting that the Eagles were going to get Odell Beckham?
Listen, if that's true, I didn't see that yet. If that is true, give it to him.
Jump his ass.
We already ripped them off on 2 trades. Let's make it a trifecta.
Yeah, I mean, let's go.
Yeah, and Central Coast Climate, man, thank you, man, so much for your love, man. $2 super chat, forget about it. We want Mike Leach at Jacksonville. Teach Gardner more. Yeah, now I guess you got to think Gardner's the quarterback there going forward if he keeps playing like this.
Yeah, he's got it. Well, no, he can't be because
I know they're paying Foles, but he's played.
Yeah, 4 years, $88 million. You're not gonna.
He's played.
You
really
just
well.
gave Foles that. It's not like it's his last year.
Yeah.
Last they looked to trade Foles. I mean, that's.
But the Seahawks paid what's his name, the guy from the
Flynn?
Packers, and Russell Wilson took over.
That's true.
You never know.
You think Alshon Jeffrey really dislikes Carson Wentz? There seems to be problems in the locker room. Losing will always cause problems in your locker room. Always.
Marjorie, if that's the case, I didn't get a chance to see that article. I'll make a video on that tomorrow morning. If that's the case, that is a no-brainer.
Oh God, yeah. Dump his ass now.
Yeah, I don't care if it affects the offensive line this year. I know it may curb.
Oh no, because think about the cap hit that we won't take next year for that.
Exactly. That's the thing.
God Almighty, he'd have another $20 million. He'd be about $120 million.
I'll give him away for nothing. You could have him. We got $20 more million in flexibility.
Hey, give us a 7th round pick.
Don't even give us a 7. Just take him. You give us a soda machine. You give us a can of Coke.
Give us Beckham back.
Yeah, give us Beckham back.
Can you imagine that?
I think that's fair.
Not that it's happening. It was all a plan. Gettleman threw him over there. I mentioned this before. Gettleman threw him over there and said, go over there and screw everything up. We're going to bring it back. Go over there, talk crap about how bad you miss New York and how we suck, and we're going to bring it back. So you can not that Beckham's never coming back here, but can you imagine if if he did? The Eagle fans, that would be the funniest thing ever in the history of football.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. He's not coming back, but that would be
No,
funny.
God,
That
no.
would be funny. What is your random question? Hip. It says, "What's your favorite ice cream flavor?" Cookies and cream. What about you, Ben?
Chocolate chip.
I like chocolate chip too. Actually, that's probably my second favorite.
Yeah,
I like vanilla too, though. I'm kind of bland with that.
I like butter pecan as my second favorite.
Okay, I've never had butter pecan.
Pecan ice cream's good. I just love pecans.
Yeah, pecan. That's right. You said the pecan
pie, butter pecan coffee. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you said the pecan pie last night.
Butter pecan cookies. Yeah, butter pecan.
Can I get Vic Beasley on defense, please? Daniel Jones, we're not touching Vic Beasley.
Don't want Vic Beasley.
Yeah, I mean, they reportedly they wanted a first-round pick, and today they got a second-round pick for Sanu. So they might get one for Vic Beasley, and he's not worth the first-round pick. The guy's been bad the last 2 years.
Yeah, he's bad.
Yeah.
Bad. I can watch it. No, I won't watch it. Like the Laker game's starting right now. I got the World Series on. So no, not yet. Don't worry, Laker dog is on the way, guys. Laker dog's on the way.
We should trade Nate for Frank Gore. I'd take Frank Gore for Nate Solder. I'd take him. How come they didn't play Allen at the running back this week? King David, that's a great question. We were talking about that earlier, at Buck Allen. And maybe it's because he's not acclimated to the playbook yet. I don't know. They may not play Dwayne Buchanan this week because he's new to the team. Who knows? Maybe they got to get up to speed. But I thought he would get a couple of carries at the least.
Yeah, I don't understand. That's what I said. I mean, I understand you're not giving Barkley 30, 35 carries coming off a busted ankle, but come on, man. You got to give the ball to Allen. You got to give it to Elijah Penny. You got to run the ball more in those weather conditions when your quarterback is getting killed. It was obviously we couldn't block him. So come on, man.
Yeah, you got to help out. You got to help out the quarterback. Nate Solder for who? Yeah, please. They said there's not. We could get. They said he is not getting his worth. We could get him for a sixth. Vic Beasley, a sixth.
Well, I'd take him for a sixth.
Yeah, for a sixth, I'll do it. Let's see what we got here. Nate Solder for Callaway.
Antonio Callaway, has he even played this year? It seems like he's been hurt.
I think I saw him on one of the primetime games. Listen. I'll trade Nate Solder for anything. Get him off the team.
Yeah, give me a tomato pie, and we'll give you Solder.
They said that Afghanistan says, why is Pat Shermer afraid to run the ball?
It's a great question. Can't figure that out.
Do you guys know? Maybe you guys know. Do you know why Pat Shermer decides never to run the football? Because I'm lost on it. They got the best running back in football, and they run.
You used a second overall pick for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hear you, Ramjo. You know me. I'm a big CeeDee Lamb guy. You know me. Any sooner. So I read somebody put it in the chat way long ago when it started, but we weren't taking the questions there. Said somebody, I don't look at mock drafts right now. I'm not looking at a mock draft.
Way too early.
I love when they mock draft things 3 years in advance. Yeah, right. But they said Kenneth Murray to the Giants in the third round. Kenneth Murray will not fall to the third round.
Yeah.
Kenneth Murray will not fall to the third round.
And I got Big Blue for Life, one of my best subs, says, Entertainer, could you see us showing interest in Urban Meyer if Shermer is fired?
Would not want him. His system does not translate to the NFL at all. Look at the quarterbacks he's had that have been terrible.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow, Cardale Jones.
The best one he's had is Alex Smith so far. Dwayne Haskins could surpass him, but Alex Smith's the best one he's had.
Haskins will never surpass Alex Smith.
Yeah. We'll see, but maybe not. But yeah, he hasn't had a great track record. He hasn't had a great track record with quarterbacks, and there's probably a reason why Urban Meyer has not coached in the NFL yet. Either A, NFL teams don't think he could make it, or B, he doesn't want to do it. So I don't see it.
Jalen Hurts, Liquid Wheeler, absolutely not. Jalen Hurts will not be a good NFL quarterback. He's a good college quarterback. He's not a good NFL. He will not be a good NFL quarterback. He may win the Heisman, but it doesn't mean you'll be good. We mentioned a bad Heisman winning list of quarterbacks whenever we were this Sunday. Charlie Ward, he didn't even play football, won the Heisman. Tim Tebow, I think he didn't win it twice. He won 2 championships. He sucked. Manziel won it. He sucked. Gino Toretta won it. He didn't even play. There's a lot of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks that are no good. Jason White for Oklahoma. I mean, he didn't even play. Or whatever the hell his name was. Not Jason White.
Will we trade Leonard Williams for a second or third? I'm not a Jet fan, Hip-It. I think it's too early to give up on Leonard Williams. What did you guys draft him 3 years ago and top 5 pick? No way we're going to spend a ton of money on another left tackle after trading Solder. No, I think we would draft one, PJA. I think we would use the money elsewhere. In my opinion. The rumor is the Browns can get Trent Williams from the Redskins. The Browns would try to trade for Nate Solder. Previous report was a typo. Okay, yeah, I have no idea. I didn't even read that before I came on here. So I
did hear about the Trent Williams thing a while ago.
Yes, I heard about Trent Williams about a week ago. I did not hear about Nate Solder, but I will look into it after the stream. Why does our defense fail to adjust, and why do they look okay one week and look like total shit in others? I mean, Afghanistan. I think it's two things. I think it's lack of experience. You have a lot of rookies, much like a rookie quarterback. And I said this, and I know Bad Dog agreed with me. After Daniel Jones made his debut start and he throws 2 touchdowns, everybody's goo goo gaga. I said they're going to make adjustments, right? Defenses are going to see his weaknesses on tape, and Daniel Jones and the Giants are going to have to learn how to adjust. It's the same thing with the defense. Young defense. Offenses are going to learn to exploit their weaknesses, and they're young. They're going to have to learn as they go. That's my opinion. I'm not going to put the full blame on Betcher.
No, they have to execute. I mean, they don't. Yeah. They miss a lot of tackles, and they can't do that. They're bad on third down. But I think that's Betcher's game. I think that's his scheme. But yeah, there's a lot of young guys, a lot of first and second year guys there, which is why the coaching staff is so important, because you're trying to mold these guys and get the most out of their talent. The best coaches in the league, in the history of the NFL, get the most out of their players' talent. Doesn't matter what talent level they are, they get the most out of it. I don't think Shermer and Betcher are getting the most out of these guys. People are telling me we don't have any talent. I think that's bullshit. I think you've seen talent with B.J. Hill. I don't know why he took such a big step back this year. I haven't heard anything about him this year.
Lorenzo Carter's been non-existent.
Lorenzo Carter's taken a big step back this year. Grant Haley's taken a big step back this year. But B.J. Hill, Grant Haley, Lorenzo Carter, they're all second-year players. Dexter Lawrence has been amazing for us. He's a first-year player. Tomlinson's still a young player. DeAndre Baker's a rookie out there. Jabril Peppers is a third-year player. So they have a lot of youth on that defense, and you need a guy that can figure out a scheme for his guy's strengths. That's why Belichick's so great for so many years. Right. Belichick don't have the same damn players every year.
He's always evolving. Belichick. Right. Always evolving. He's always changing his game plan, even on a week in, week out basis, not even a yearly basis. That's what makes him so.
And that's why he wins the Super Bowl every year, because when you get to the playoffs, I've said this before, you can maul your way to a 10-6 record or 11-5. You're beating bad team after bad team after bad team because your talent out-talents them. But when you get into the playoffs, every team is talented. That's when coaching and game planning comes into play. That's why Belichick wins so many. His game plans are phenomenal. The game plan against the Bills, when he was our defensive coordinator in 1990, was phenomenal. They put that in the Hall of Fame because what he did. He had 8 defensive backs in the game. He had 8 guys out there in coverage.
Yeah.
We did that before. That's why Thurman Thomas had such a big game.
He was innovative. And what's going on, Chris Bass? Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. Thank you for being here. But I saw a lot of people saying it is true. It's on Bleacher Report and everything else. So I will definitely do a video on that tomorrow morning, guys. I will look into it. I'll have it up tomorrow morning. So, obviously, if we could trade him, Nate told him we get rid of him right now. Send him. Pack his bags. He makes $20 million. Are you kidding me? Let's see what we got. Hit the like button. I appreciate that, Cushmaster. Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to Bad.
Thank you, Cushmaster.
Let's see.
The bases loaded, bottom of the 7th here, 5-3 Washington. Adderall is a PED, but Springer's allowed to take it.
What do you think is the biggest weakness the Giants need to prepare for against the Lions? It's a good question. The Lions have a really good front 7, so they're gonna do the same thing they're going to try to do the same thing that's been going on the last couple of weeks. They're going to stuff the run with that front 7. We know they got Snacks Harrison. They got a good, Trey Flowers they added. They got a good front 7. So Daniel Jones is going to be seeing a lot of the same reads he's seen before. I think they have to come out knowing that. And they're going to have to get creative with their play calling. They're going to have to try to hit some shots down the field. Because if they stuff the run, a cover 2's weakness is going to be Ingram over the middle, up the seam, and it's going to be guys on fly patterns on the outside. So I think they need to spread out the offense a little bit and open up the playbook if the Lions do stack the box and blitz, which I suspect they will.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of one-on-ones at that point. Our guys got to get open. Daniel Jones is throwing into a tight window every damn time he throws the ball. Our guys got to get separation. That's the thing. That's the thing.
What Ingram is showing up, yeah. Yeah, of course, run the ball is always the key, Greg. It's always the key. It will not be. I don't know the stats for Detroit, to be honest with you. I haven't looked into them. I start looking on Wednesdays. But I know coming into the year, most people thought they were going to have a very stout run defense. So I honestly don't know how they've been doing against the run. But if they do stuff us against the run, they're going to have to open up the offense. They're going to have to spread it out and try to hit some guys on deep plays.
Well, they didn't really do that well against Green Bay against the run. I mean, they shut Aaron Jones down, but Aaron Jones was wide open on a wheel route and he dropped it. I remember that was a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Hell, they got a linebacker that can cover slants. Hopefully his experience can rub off to the rest of the group. You talking about Dwayne Buchanan? Yeah. Listen, I've been calling for that guy since free agency. I wanted the Giants to get him in free agency. And then when he became available 2 weeks ago, got a jump on him. I'm glad they finally did. It made no sense that he wasn't a Giant the second that Tampa Bay released him. I think Carl Banks tweeted it. He said, I'd pack my bags and drive and pick him up right now from the airport. It made no sense, and I don't know why it took 2 weeks. Should have been here last week, but I'm glad he's here now.
Yeah, he can definitely help us. Our linebacking core is so thin, so that's definitely a big. And again, he's kind of a safe. I mean, he's that money backer spot, so he can also play safety. So he gives you depth there. Antoine Bethay's been terrible. So I would like to see some more Julian Love in there, but
I think we will. I think we will see soon with the number 3 pick in the NFL draft. Hopefully we're picking. Hopefully we're picking 32. I always say that. Obviously not realistic. But
number 3, maybe Chase Young would be there.
That's what
your first two teams, Cincinnati, Miami, are going quarterback. So that'd be Tua and Herbert.
That's who it will be. That's who it will be if we're picking 3, in my opinion, if he's there, Chase Young. We can run the ball on the Lions. The past 2 weeks they have allowed 100. All right, so there you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not very.
Yeah,
but Shermer will try to outthink himself and go, well, they're going to expect the run, so I'm going to have Daniel Jones throw 47 times. And Saquon Barkley averaged 11 yards a carry, but I'm only going to give him 9 carries. I'm smart, that Shermer.
He always tries to outthink himself. And Daniel Jones keeps saying, predict my stats for the week. But Daniel Jones, here's your stats for the week. Let's go. 21 of 32. 227. 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Here's my prediction. Hang on to the freaking ball, huh? Hang on to the freaking ball, Danny Jones' son. Hang on to the ball. That's what we do over here. Hang on to the freaking ball, huh?
You freaking Looney Tune, you. And Chris Bass, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, what do you think about Shermer keeping his job and having an offensive coordinator take over play calling? Well, I'm going to say this, Chris Bass. A lot of people have been saying that. A lot of people have been saying Shula should take over the play calling, and Shermer should be the head coach. And that may happen soon. That's obviously a decision that will be made by Gettleman or Mara, and we'll see. That may happen if the offense doesn't start to click. That's for sure. They'll try it out probably.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of freaking head coaches that call the offensive plays. I never really knew what the hell the offensive coordinator is there for. I guess the offensive coordinator puts the game plan together. It puts the plays together. The head coach, that's what I think goes on. He's putting the plays together, and then the head coach is calling the plays from Shula's playbook.
Yeah.
Shula should call the plays.
Yeah. Why is he on the team if he's not going to call the plays?
Well, because he makes the plays.
No, I know. But he should be just
But
calling
Shermer's going to call from his playbook.
Right.
I don't know.
Nick Young, man, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. $5 super chat bends the knees. He says Grant Haley and Bethay are busts. We should put Love in at slot and Michael Thomas in at safety. Michael Thomas has been playing pretty good when he's gotten opportunities. I'll say that. And Love, yeah, we say it every week that Julian Love should be getting some burn out there.
I'm not going to call Grant Haley a bust. He came out. He was an undrafted free agent. He played very, very well last year.
Yeah.
As a nickel corner. He's having a bad year this year, as most of our defenders are. So I don't want to call him a bust yet. I think Grant Haley still has talent. If you can play that well as a rookie, I know he didn't have an interception last year, but He played well. I'm not ready to give up on Grant Hill yet. Antoine Bethay's been in the league forever. He's old. He's slow.
He's done.
You can just see it. He's 3 steps behind everything. He can't run anybody down. He takes terrible angles. And you never ever hear him making an impact play at any point in any game. You just see him. You just see the back of his jersey chasing somebody else.
No, he's done. But Bethay's done. Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah,
You know?
he won't be back here next year. As far as Haley goes, one thing I'll say about Haley this year, the coverage has not been there, right? He's made a lot of good open field tackles, though. He is a very good tackler. I will say that about him.
But I agree. Chris and I talk about it all the time. Julian Love should get some playing time.
Yeah, neat to see what we got there. Let's see what we got here. Daniel Jones is a football pinata. Last week he was Christian Colon. He got hit 21 times, or what I heard 21 times. Bring in Aaron Hernandez. Yeah, greatest murder of all time, Benjamin.
Now, we would bring in OJ for that.
Yeah, because OJ's still alive. You know, that's an advantage.
Right.
Yeah. What's going on, Isaiah Williams? He says, what's going on, my favorite paisanos? Thank you for popping into the stream. And once again, guys, if you haven't done so, please go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. We'll be over there on Friday. And if you'd be so kind, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do you think it is worth it for Pat Shermer to keep challenging? That's a great question. You're talking about pass interference?
No. Because they don't overturn it.
They don't overturn it. And you know what? I don't blame him for doing it because the 2 times he's done it, they were blatant. They should have been overturned. So I can't get on Pat for that. But why did they institute the rule? I can't stand it. They never changed the call.
They only instituted the rule because of what happened in New Orleans last year. No other reason.
It's ridiculous.
No other reason.
Oh, Chris Bassman, thank you, man, for the $5 super chat. Bends the knees. Y'all have a good night, and I don't care. We in the East, let's win the damn division. Still stand up, damn it. I love your positivity. I always love, I may not always. I always try. Listen, I'm a fan at the end of the day, and when the cameras aren't on, and if I'm watching the game and I'm not streaming the game, I'm with everybody else. I'm still saying we're in it, but I try to be as unbiased as possible and give you guys an honest approach. I don't think we're in it, but I'm with you, man. My heart says you're right. My heart says there's always a small chance.
And I'm completely the opposite. What you see on here is what you get.
Well, no, I'm not
camera
saying I'm fake.
Camera off.
Yeah.
I am screaming at that damn TV. I'm telling them they suck. I'm telling them to get their head out of their ass. I'm saying you guys are nothing. Play better. It's the same thing. The only difference between me now and me 3 years ago is I record myself watching games and I call play-by-play. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I always say, ask my wife, you're going to see no difference. Because you always say, why yelling at the TV? She all the time. Why yelling at the TV? They can't hear you.
I just think all fans are biased in some way, shape, or form. And on YouTube, I try to be as unbiased as I possibly can be. Even though I'm
unbiased as well anywhere. Yeah. I'm very unbiased. I mean, that when I was in the TTC, that was the biggest reason I was so respected by other teams' fan bases because I was unbiased. As much trash as I talk to these guys, I know my team wasn't good. And I don't have pipe dreams. I'm not going to come out here and say we're beating the Patriots. I knew we were going to get walloped. I just wanted to be competitive.
Right.
I never would say that. But I knew that we're not beating them. Just be competitive. And we were competitive. I was actually happy with the law. I mean, I got aggravated in the second half because we had a chance to beat them. So that was aggravating me that we were that close and couldn't win. But I'm just like, just play that team, play them tough. And I thought maybe that would give us some confidence. It never did. We got walloped by Minnesota the next week, or that was the week before. We got walloped by Arizona. I thought coming off the Patriots game, I thought we'd play a lot better.
Yeah. Ray Caruth Ray Caruth was horrible. He's the guy with the pregnant wife, I think, in the car, right? It's like all the mistakes are so fixable. Like you could just see it, and it's so annoying because like what they are doing wrong, and it's so easy to fix. I don't know if it's as easy to fix as some people like to make out to be, but Pat Shermer does a lot of things to make you scratch your head. I will say that for sure. And SA says it's unreal that we have more competitive against the Patriots than the damn Cardinals. Yeah, if we would have played like we did against the Patriots against the Cardinals, we win the football game.
I was just so happy with the way the defense played against Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And the Patriots. I thought for sure we'd beat Arizona. We didn't win. I should have done my damn hype video. I didn't do it. The only 2 wins we have, I did a hype video before the damn game on Saturday, talking about how we were going to win the game. I haven't done one since, and we haven't won since. Maybe I need to do one, but I don't think we're going to beat the Lions. I can't do it if I don't feel like we're going to win. I should have done it for Arizona because I did think we would beat them.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to beat.
I don't think we're going to beat Detroit though.
We got a shot, but I don't see it. Daniel Jones,
We got to win the damn turnover, man. We got to win the turnover battle.
Got to run.
We've turned the ball over at least 3 times the last 4 games. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, got to run the football.
Got to hold on to the football.
And Daniel Jones, have a great night, buddy. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy.
All right, you get it, Daniel Jones. Beat the Lions for us.
And Matt Torrance says you guys superstitious. Oh, bad. Very superstitious. Not really. Well, a little bit. Like if the Giants win, I'll wear the same shirt the next game, something like that.
I always say I should get a Super Bowl ring for 2011 with the amount of sacrifice I made for the Giants that year. Cinnamon rolls for breakfast before every game. I had a really crappy TV down here back in 2011, and I come down here and I watch the game every week down here by myself. Even the Super Bowl, I always go to my buddy's house, play big Texas Hold'em tournament, watch a game with him. I said, nope. I said, as soon as this game's over, I'm going home. Or as soon as I'm out of the tournament or win the tournament, I'm going home. Watching the Giants on my shitty TV down here by myself. Even my dad was, he says, he's like, Kev, you're going to come over and watch a game. And I wanted to watch a game with my dad. But I said, Dad, I can't. I got to watch it here. I have to.
You're that superstitious.
Yeah, and after we won every game, I call my dad and say, Dad, we got another game to play. Dad, we got another game to play. And after we beat the Patriots, I said, Dad, we don't play another game until September, but we're champions. So.
That's awesome. Oh, Karen saying thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. Why don't we run Barkley and Gallman, 49ers example?
Gallman's hurt.
Gallman played last game. He played last game.
I know, but he was concussed.
He was, yeah, but he played last game, I think. But listen, I said that. We both said that at the beginning of the year. Going into the year, not only did Barkley need to run more, they needed to use Gallman more, or whoever the backup was going to be more, because last year they didn't do it. Gallman barely run the football, and you got to spell Barkley a little bit. So I agree with you. We should be using our other running backs more. We should be just running the football more. Period. I don't even care who's running it. Got to run the ball more. How many
years are the Giants? But hope next year. But I don't trust the coaching staff. Next year, West Coast, there's no excuses. Like this year, we're kind of strapped for cash. We got young players. You got a rookie quarterback. You can kind of make that excuse. I still want to see them improve. This is what I'm getting aggravated at. Not that we're losing, that we're not improving. That's what's agitating me, that we're making the same mistakes week in and week out. They're not learning from them and not improving. That's what's pissing me off. But with $100 million in cap space next year, another year under all these guys' belts, and Daniel Jones with a year of experience under his belt, in a division that's not very good, and the Eagles are going to be strapped for cap space next year.
And the
next
Cowboys.
year, we should make a run at this division. I would think.
Yeah, it depends. It's all circumstantial. It depends what you mean by legit. If legit means contending for the division, Giants should contend for the division next year. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but they should be in contention for the division next year. If legit means Super Bowl, no, they're not going to win a Super Bowl next year. No. But they could be starting to build towards that next year with all the draft picks they're going to have and the younger players getting better and bringing in free agents. The Giants should be a much better team next year. We need progression. Yes, we definitely need progression.
Who's the third? Steal a taco.
I've seen Tim Mathis ask this a few times. Third string quarterback is Alex Tanney.
Why are we carrying Alex Tanney?
Javon's been, I don't know if he's still in here. He's been asking me that forever. Why do we bring Tanney back in the first place?
What is the point of that?
You know, at the beginning of the year, I got it because Jones is on the bench. You want a guy to mentor him on the bench while Eli's playing. Well, now Eli's on the bench. What do you need Tanney there for?
Oh, it seems like ever since you brought Tanney back, they've been screwing up.
But I asked you that when it first happened, and you said maybe it's because they don't want to have to put Eli back in the game.
That's all I could think of. That was the only thing I could think of. It's the only thing that made sense to me was that if they're getting blown out, you don't want to put Eli Manning in a mop-up role.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Advisement to Jones, but why? If he's there to advise Jones, why'd you come to begin with?
Why is Eli on the team? He's the guy that should be advising Jones.
Yeah, but even so, why would they cut Tanney? I know Daniel Jones did go to Alex Tanney during the preseason. He learned a lot from Alex Tanney, but
that's because Eli was playing with the first team.
Why cut him though? Then why cut him if you're going to bring him back? What was the point of cutting Tanney? Why don't you just carry him to begin with?
I don't know.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he's still on the roster. To be completely honest with you. Let's see what we got here. All New York coaches except Buffalo are trash. Yeah,
No
Buffalo's playing well.
argument.
Buffalo's playing well. You're not gonna get an argument out of us. Tiny's got dirty pictures. That might be it.
Maybe.
That might be it. Might have some nudes of Pat Shermer's wife or something. Let's see. Every team needs a quarterback named Alex. Maybe that's the reason. Who knows? Let's see what we got. I will be the next. Yeah. Sonor. Yeah. Mike Tomlin 2020. I don't think so.
Chris Senor, you a straight on kicker like Mark Mosley was? That's the last. That's the last of the straight on kickers. Mark Mosley. Everyone else has been a soccer style from the side. Mark Mosley was the last straight on kicker.
I remember seeing the straight on kickers back in the day, and it's very weird looking. Now that you're used to the guys who circle towards the ball. I'm sure Sonor studies that. Very thoroughly. Nick Saban, not going to happen. Somebody asked us that early. Won't happen.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy, somebody asked us that early. That's possible.
That's another thing, man. Is Isaiah Williams said I can make 37 yards on like roast. What a huge miss! What an enormous miss!
2 already this year. 2 he's missed already this year. Missed 1 all of last year.
Cannot miss a 37-yarder to tie the game, man.
It's a completely different game. You're only down by 3.
It is such a different game if he makes that.
And it's a tie game, and they don't go for it on 4th and 15. They punt there.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
it's a completely different game if he makes the field goal.
Yeah.
We should stop paying these receivers millions of dollars and should start paying their gloves. Oh. Okay. All right. Who knows if they even score? We don't know. Who's the better kicker in your opinion, Dixon or well, Dixon's a punter, so it's night and day. They do different things. That's like asking who's a better running back, Odell Beckham or Saquon Barkley. Let's see what we got here. Of course, everyone wants Mike Tomlin. He's not going anywhere. I don't think Mike Tomlin's going anywhere. The Steelers are a stable organization, and they can't really blame it on Tomlin this year. Ben Roethlisberger's out. Let's see. Do you guys still I'm not sure, West Coast, to be honest with you. Lions had a handful of injuries this past week. I know, Loopy. I was saying that earlier. I didn't even know because I haven't looked into it. Their running back got surgery. So,
yeah.
Let's see. We need to give Ballantyne some reps at cornerback. Well, that may happen if we trade Janoris Jenkins. And that's another thing we didn't really talk about. The trade deadline is coming up this week. And what do you want for what's an appropriate price for Janoris Jenkins?
4th rounder.
You do it for a 4th rounder? Yeah. 3rd or 4th, that's what I want. 3rd or 4th.
But I would do a 5th rounder just because of the cap space we get from it. And
just get rid of the money.
Yep.
Yeah.
And someone else just said Nate Solder to Browns. Listen, man, if they're interested in the Brown or if they're interested in Solder, let's, like you said, we ripped them off twice.
Yeah.
Do it one more time to him.
Yeah. And
for Nate Solder.
Anything. I don't care. Get a cheerleader.
This is what I don't understand. So you trade Kevin Zeitler for Olivier Vernon, a proven right guard, and now you get rid of one of the best right guards in football, and now you're gonna go over there and get an overpaid, shitty left tackle.
The Browns don't.
What the hell are they doing in Cleveland?
The Browns don't know what they're doing. And Detonator, thank you for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, the philosophy outline will be the death of me. The philosophy outline. I guess that means you're doing some paper on philosophy?
That is killing me.
I was never a big philosophy guy myself.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Will you guys be covering XFL? Michael, a lot of people have asked me that. I don't know about you, Bad Dog. A lot of people have asked me that. I will probably stream an XFL game and see how it goes, much like I did with the AAF. And if people like it, I'll continue to do it. I don't think I'll do videos on it, but I'll probably stream the New York game. If people enjoy it, I'll continue to do it.
I'll find something else to stream. I'm not going to do XFL.
Yeah, I mean that's during NBA.
I'll do basketball. I'll do something else. Baseball. I'm not going to do the XFL.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of up in the. I'll put it this way. I'll let my subscribers decide. If there's a reason for me to do it, I'll do it. But are you all still on Shermer, or are you cooled off? I think Shermer's done a horrible job, West Coast. But I'm not
Yeah,
ready.
I'm just worried. Like I said, West Coast. I don't see improvement from our team. I don't know if Shermer's the guy to mold Daniel Jones. That's what worries me. You cannot have a head coach that doesn't know how to get the best out of his rookie quarterback. You got to build your game plan around the quarterback. You have to. This is what the best coaches do, and I don't think Shermer's gonna. I don't know if Shermer can do that. I honestly don't.
Yeah. Afghanistan.
Don't want to. But
Afghanistan says, "Can I stream Sacramento King games?" Well, I don't have the NBA ticket like Bad Dog does, but if there's one game that I can, I know you're a great subscriber of mine. I'll do it. I can't guarantee it. If they're on like TNT one night and I'm free, I'll do it.
I go to Afghanistan. I told Afghanistan I could definitely try to muster up a couple for him because I'll have every one of them.
Yeah.
But doing the Lakers is gonna be difficult, but we'll figure it out. It's a long season in Afghanistan, so I mean, you're definitely one of our best subscribers. I mean, you've been with me forever since the horror. We talked about horror movies. I mean, he's one of the first guys in my live streams. So
yeah, he's awesome. He's phenomenal.
Yes.
You want my password, Chris? Password to what? No. And Kimberly says that she's my cheerleader. Well, all right. Maybe we get a whole group of entertaining cheerleaders. Look at what he did with Aaron Rodgers, Ace Man. So you're talking about Mike McCarthy? Look what Aaron Rodgers did with Mike McCarthy. I think that's the better way to phrase that sentence.
I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Should we spend a boatload of dollars on defensive free agency to try to get some of that 1-year magic back? No. I don't think we should overspend on older free agents. I think we should be smart with our money, and I think we should learn from our mistakes. Look what happened. They gave us 1 year. Do we want 1 year, Bad Dog, or do we want sustained success?
Yeah, you don't build through free agency. You build through the draft, and you fill holes with free agency. That's what you're supposed to do. And I don't know if there's any.
Let's see what we got. Dez Bryant. No, Dez Bryant will never be a New York Giant.
No way.
Yeah. Because the Giants are a pansy-ass organization that doesn't want to sell sex. Oh, you're talking about the cheerleaders?
The cheerleaders.
Yeah. We need to keep. Oh, of course we need to keep Slayton. Slayton's got huge upside for the Giants. I've had some of my subscribers tell me Odell Beckham. That's crazy, but he definitely has the ability to be a really good receiver in this league.
I see a ghost. Do I have mono? Maybe I had mono when I was 15. I don't remember seeing ghosts. But again, my head's not as big as Sam Darnold, so
Sam Darnold saw tons of ghosts.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, he hallucinogenics before the game. He was whatever the hell Adam Gase is on. I think he drank out of Gase's water bottle and got some of that stuff that Gase is on.
Oh, you meant to give me your password for NBA Pass to do Kings games. I'll talk about it. I guess I would have to stream it from like a tablet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start to do some Knicks games. I don't want to overwork myself because I know I still got to do a lot of Giants content in season and out of season. You got to do a lot of mock drafts, a lot of that stuff. And I work hard in the offseason on football, so I don't want to overexert myself. So I'll definitely be doing some NBA streams, but we'll see.
Chris Senior says, Bear Dog and Mono, did you kiss a toe? No, I kissed a hoe. What happened? I kissed a hoe with Mono.
There you go. He's a rapper.
So what happened? Yeah, she was a little slutty, but that's what you do when you're 14, 15 years old. She was easy. It was worth the mono.
Oh, okay, all right. And just says, who is our last? I think he means to say who was our last really good middle linebacker? Antonio Pierce, in my opinion, was our last really good middle linebacker.
God, yeah. Probably.
I mean, Barrow was before that in 2000, was pretty good.
Barrow was there like in 2012. He was there later.
No, Barrow was on the 2000 team that went to the Super Bowl against the Ravens.
No, he was there in 2012.
Michael Barrow?
I'm pretty sure I saw him in training camp. Jesse Armstead was our middle linebacker in 2000.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought Michael Barrow was our starting.
Jesse Armstead was our guy there.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought Barrow was on that 2000 team. But Pierce was great on the 07. I loved Pierce. We got him from the Redskins.
Yeah.
Loved Pierce.
Yeah.
Let's see. Did you know you could get a concussion on your knee? So no, I had no idea. No idea. Thank you for letting me know that, though. So no, that was very informational. I do appreciate that. Seeing how bad Donald was versus the Pats makes me feel even better about Daniel Jones.
I got a kick out of the game. I'm not gonna lie. I laughed so hard at how shitty Sam Darnold was. I try to tell everybody. I try to tell Jets fans think I'm trolling them. I'm not trolling him. He's not good. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. He's not good. And then he had the big game against Dallas, and like, how about that bad dog? How about that bad dog? And I'm like, but when Daniel Jones had the big game against Tampa, you all said, oh, it's one game. It's one game. I said, let's see how he does against the Patriots. Well, he had a 3.6 quarterback rating. He didn't throw for 100 yards. He 11 out of 32 passes and threw 4 interceptions.
I got to get a super chat, but first, I got to celebrate. Because Bad Dog is the king of trivia. I stumped Bad Dog. Nick Young checked it. Michael Barrow left the Giants in 2003. So he was the middle linebacker on that.
Who the hell am I thinking of?
Because I remember I had Michael Barrow's jersey when I was
Who
a
the
kid.
hell am I thinking of then?
And Richard, thank you.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of Michael Boley.
Oh, Michael Boley. Yeah, Michael Boley. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking of in 2012. Yeah, my bad. Michael Boley. Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. But Richard, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says the Browns are really interesting on Nate. I am going to make a video on that because that obviously Bad Dog should too, but I'll do it tomorrow. I don't want to put one out late. But, yeah, that's a good topic. If that's possible, Giants need to be all over that.
Yeah.
What will happen to Shep if he gets a third concussion this season? You gotta worry about his health at that point.
Freaking neck's killing me today.
Yeah, you got to worry about his health at that point. But I love Barrow. I had his jersey as a kid. He played for the Panthers before he came to the Giants, and he was on that 90. I think he was on the 95 Panthers team that went to the NFC title game, and then the Giants got him in for a couple of years there. He was a good middle linebacker for us for a few years. Let's see what we got here. Bad Dog eats hoes and gets mono. Let's see.
Well, you kiss them. You don't eat them. Ho ho.
How are you all feeling about the Lions next week? Jake, good question. To be honest, I mean, the Lions have played a lot better than I think most people thought this year, but it really wouldn't matter who we were playing this week. I wouldn't feel good based on...
yeah, we're not beating the Lions.
Based on how we looked last week.
Dark Demonic brought 5 ghosts, 1 for each Sam Darnold turnover.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, Bad Dog. He's quick on his feet. I wonder if Dark Demonic posted the 5 ghosts because of that.
I don't know. I got a kick out of it. The funny thing is though, like people think like I hate the Jets and everything. I don't hate the Jets one bit. I just like to troll you guys. It's really all it is. It's in good fun because you guys talk trash about our quarterback. So I'm going to give it back. That's just how it is. I'm a trash talker. If you're going to trash my guys, I'm going to trash yours. But I'm going to do it better than you do it to me. Just remember that I'm going to hurt feelings when I do it, and I do. Ask the Eagle fans. They make videos about me. I'll make a video just in general about the Eagle, and there'd be 4 video makers that are going to come out and say, bad dog, bad dog, bad dog. Not that I watch them. People say, hey, did you see the video? No, I don't care.
No. Lamel Sinclair said we better not lose to the Dolphins. Lamel, thank you for being here, by the way. Great subscriber. Yeah, we better. That's one team we need to beat. And somebody, I think it was West Coast, asked if we should tank. Thoughts on tanking? I never am for tanking.
I can't ever root for tanking.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Can't do it. Especially now. It's not like we need a quarterback at this point. So usually that's we could get a really good player at 8 as opposed to 3 or 4. So, no, I don't want the Giants to tank.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Reese are all examples of production Jakir and New York Giants being too... We said that earlier, Michael, with Reese being too loyal. The Giants being too loyal to Reese.
Yep, I mentioned that before. They're way too loyal with him.
Yeah. Get your boss Swag premiere his funeral on Snapchat. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Let's sign some of those ghosts on our defense. Yeah, Christian Cologne. We can use a couple of ghosts on our defense.
When we play the Jets, maybe we can bring them out.
We should go to the Giant Jet game dressed as ghosts.
That would be freaking hilarious. I just think of that. So sheets on her head.
Yeah.
So it's ghosts. Ooh, Sammy. Ooh.
And Wookie Skinner, thank you so much for the super chat. $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. He says, do you think the offensive coordinator should take over play calling? Great question. A lot of people have asked about that tonight and in my comments and everything else. And at this point, why not? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Neither should Pat Shermer if it's going to help the team.
Can't hurt. I love that name, by the way. Wookie Skinner.
Yes, Wookie.
Wookie.
By the way, how many? I never see the numbers, but how many thumbs up we got?
I can't. I got to
don't worry about it.
I can refresh because I'm talking to you on Skype, so I can refresh.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And I just did refresh it. It's not updating. Like normally it updates.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, but the most important thing, go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. We're going to be there on Friday night.
126.
126. Let's get to 150.
You got to get to 150. I mean, it's not even half the people in here.
Maybe 200? Maybe 200? Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody for being here. Love all you guys. You guys are all phenomenal subscribers. Thank you for watching all of our videos. We try to tell you that every time we go live. Without you guys, the point of being on YouTube is for people to watch what you put out. So, right. Without you guys, our content does not exist. So, thank you guys for doing what you do for both of our channels.
Yeah, I say it all. I can't say it enough. I mean,
yeah.
It's amazing how I mentioned this last time we did this. Just watching Chris and I's first couple of shows that we did, just to see how far it's come. Just to look at the product after the fact. Both of us were sitting in there talking to the computer microphone and, no green screens, just background. Chris had nothing on his wall. You could see my TV in the back. And
Right.
I remember the first time we did it, there might have been 9 people, maybe 11. There was like a spell where there was 5 minutes without somebody commenting. And it's crazy how it's grown. And that's because of you guys. So we really,
you guys. Yeah. Without you guys, the show's not near where it is. And David, it's not anywhere anyway. David Bickle, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. In New Orleans, missed the last game. Lucky me. David Bickle, I hope you had a good time in New Orleans. I heard that they piss on the streets at night at New Orleans, and they got to clean it up. But that's one place I actually have on my bucket list. I would love to go there.
Got to get there.
Yeah.
Bourbon Street's amazing.
Oh,
you've
been there? You've been there?
Oh yeah, I've been to New Orleans.
Yeah.
I liked it better than Vegas.
Really?
Yeah. I like it a lot better than Vegas. The food. The beignets.
That's what they talk about, the beignets.
The gumbo. Yeah. New Orleans is good. The alcohol. 3 for $6. Three Abitas for $6.
Well, how long ago was that, though?
2013.
Oh, so recent. Okay.
Yeah, because I was in a bar. Went to the bar to watch a Giants game. And Giants-Cowboys. And because it was in New Orleans, the freaking game before, I think it was Detroit and Green Bay, if I'm not mistaken, did exactly to me what the freaking Colts and Texans did. I missed the first quarter because it wasn't local. So they didn't go to the Giants-Cowboys game until the second quarter because they were waiting for the other one to finish. I was losing my mind. But that bar I was in, not the bar, it wasn't a bar, it was a restaurant. They actually had taps of beer on the table so you could pour your own beer.
Free refills?
Well, it wasn't. You had to pay for it, but you could pour your own, so you'd have to go to the bar. You had an actual tap, and you pull. There was like 4 different kinds of beers there, and you could tap it. You just paid, and then you would.
Oh, so it's like a vending machine, kind of.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So you know what I was drinking? Stella.
And Nick Young, man, thank you so much for the super chat. $2 super chat. Forget about it. Did the Pats give up too much for Sanu? I made a video on that actually before I went live, and that's a really good question.
Nope.
I say no because the Pats
Pats.
First off, that's really an early. It's a late second round pick. That's like the 64th pick if they win the Super Bowl. And if it helps them win the Super Bowl, what do they care? At the end of the day, if they think Sanu's a piece that they could use, and it is, they need help at the receiver.
Yep. I never question anything that organization does. Yeah. I don't even question it. There's no yes, whatever the hell they do, that's the right move.
And I absolutely loved the 49er pickup today. I thought it was a great pickup. Emmanuel Sanders.
Oh, God, yeah. I saw that. I was like, damn. I'm like, that's a big move for them.
Yeah.
That team is freaking good.
Yeah. That was a good pickup for them.
Yeah,
that puts them in the conversation because that was their weakness. They needed a wide receiver.
I think Emmanuel Sanders is better than Sanu, but Sanu's going to have Tom Brady throwing him in Bill Belichick's game plan. So I think Sanu will be more involved. I think he'll be more effective, but I think Sanders is the better receiver.
Yes, I agree with that. Thank you, Wookie. There it is, the name again. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, could the Giants trade Jenkins for another lineman? I suppose they could, but I think if you're trading Jenkins, you're trading him not
Draft
to take
picks.
on another contract, because you could sign a lineman in free agency, whether it be Conklin, whether it be drafting one.
We got to get Conklin.
Yeah, I think
That's a necessity.
yeah.
Got to get Conklin. If nothing else, you draft Conklin, you move Solder to the right tackle because Remmers ain't coming back. So, I mean, you
sucked.
Solder.
Remmers was awful on Sunday.
Yeah, he was. Remmers was bad.
Oh, he was bad.
He was bad.
We need a lineman. I would. I mean, circumstantial, right? But I would trade him for a lineman if it made sense. But I think if they're trading Jenkins, it's going to be for draft picks.
Yeah, someone said draft T. Higgins or C.D. Lamb. Everybody knows me knows I'm a huge C.D. Lamb guy. I mean, I'm a big Sooners guy. So.
And have a great night, Isaiah Williams. Thank you for being here, buddy. Jimmy G versus Tom Brady for the Super Bowl. Both products of Bill Belichick. That would be the storyline for sure.
And Belichick did not want to get rid of
Garoppolo.
Did not.
He was pissed.
He was mad.
But you know what? Brady saw the writing on the wall. Brady saw that if Garoppolo stays here, they're not going to have Garoppolo sit behind me 5-6 years. They're going to do the same thing they did to Peyton Manning. They're going to do the
That's
same
why
thing
I did it. Brady wanted him gone.
Yeah, they're going to do the same thing they did to Brett Favre. They're going to ship me out of here. And Brady said, if I leave Belichick at 42, I'm dead. So he knew he forced them to get rid of Garoppolo, and Brady was smart. How do you feel about
not to interrupt you, not to go off subject. I was gonna leave it alone about Darnold, but I have to do a video on Darnold seeing ghosts now. I have to do that.
Yeah,
it needs to be done.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
You should do it in like a ghost house. That should be the background, with like ghosts flying behind you. You're like looking around. Oh my God! Whoa! Is that Gilmore? Whoa!
Yeah.
But somebody asked me a question. I lost it. But go ahead and ask again. Sorry about that. Let's see what we got here. Be sure. Thank you for posting our channels there last Jedi. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Jedi.
Check that out when the stream is over, Mike. All right, I guess you posted a link there. Best 2018 draft class quarterback.
Mayfield.
Way too early to tell in my opinion.
Mayfield.
Right now they all suck. They all suck. Well, no, now Lamar Jackson's the best.
He's the best running back out of that class. Well, no, Barkley is, and then.
I mean, at the end of the day, say what you want, and I don't believe in Lamar Jackson long term because I don't think he has the arm. He's a short term solution, but he's 6-1 last year. He's 5-2 this year. So since he's been the quarterback, 11-3, led his team to the playoffs. Right now, today, Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback from that draft class.
Baker Mayfield is by far. It's not close. It's not close. I don't care how bad he's doing. He's the most talented guy there. He's got to get his shit between his ears together. That's Baker Mayfield's biggest downfall. Not his talent, his brain. His brain. Which can mess you up in this league.
Yes, it can.
Talent-wise, he's the best.
Ryan Leaf had all the talent, and he didn't have the brain.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Talent-wise, he's the best. Up here, he's got to get it together, or he will not be good.
Let's see.
Sold for OBJ would be hilarious. I mentioned that earlier.
Let's see.
I'm not wrong. Trust me, I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Manziel's horrible. I don't know why he wasn't even in that draft class, but he sucks.
Compare him to, and they're not comparable. That's why I did a video on it. They're not comparable. People only compare them because of their attitudes. That's comparable.
Talent, I agree. Manziel was
10 times better than Manziel ever was.
Manziel was a run first quarterback.
Yeah,
he was kind of like Jackson, but not as good of an athlete. Thoughts on tanking this year? We answered that before, West Coast. We are not in favor of tanking. Talent doesn't mean he's the best.
He will be the best. He is the best.
He's confident. Right now, I'm not saying long term, but today Lamar Jackson's the best.
Was a good running back class. 2018 was a good running back class, though.
Saquon Barkley.
You had Barkley, you had Chubb, you had Michelle, you had a good running back class.
What's his name on the Broncos?
Phil Lindsay.
Yeah. Even though I don't think he was drafted. I think he was undrafted.
No, he's undrafted.
Yeah, but still, he was in the class. Ogletree is more likely to be traded. See, who's going to take Ogletree, though? A lot of people say that. Ogletree makes $12 million. Who's taking Ogletree?
We're going to cut him.
He's garbage. He's a below-average middle lineman. Nobody's taking Ogletree. At least with Janoris Jenkins, he's at least an average corner. He's probably slightly above average, so Jenkins will get you something. Um, it's too early to give up on Daniel. Of course, it's too early to give up on Daniel Jones.
He's played 5 games, guys.
Got to give it 2 years before you make any long-term, point on. I don't know the word I'm trying to say, but you can't fully judge Daniel Jones till after 2 years. That's when you start to judge a quarterback. Ogletree is an average, at best, at best. And
it's a bad cover linebacker.
Yeah. And Wookie, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about. Oh, so you say Ogletree for a 5th round? So you just want to give him back for what we gave the Rams? Because we gave the Rams a 5th round pick. You want to say, all right, give us the pick back. We'll give you Ogletree.
I'll tell you, when Gettleman made that move, I was so happy. I was like, man, what a move. He didn't pan out the way I thought he would. I thought Ogletree was going to be really good for this team. He showed flashes last night, Bears game. Bears game, he was otherworldly. I'm like, where the hell was this guy all year?
Yeah.
Plus and then, of course, this year he picks up the fumble and was going to run in for a touchdown. And then they started calling all the damn whistles and called it back, and he pulled his hamstring trying to stop the play.
Yeah. He's been banged up this year. That's another thing, too. Let's see what we got here. Chris, are you doing... I can't. I wanted to do the Knick game tomorrow night. I'm working the night shift, John. Otherwise, I would have done it. Friday,
I'm... night shift.
On the night shift. But Friday, I'm going to try to do it. We're doing the Giant show, but the game's at 7:30. So I think I'm going to do it before the Giant show and then go promote Bad Dog's channel, going over there. And Chizolo, thank you so much, man, for the $2 super chat. You can forget about it. He says, Brown's the type of team to trade Odell for nothing.
Probably.
Yeah, probably is right.
So send him back to us for a 3rd rounder.
What do you think of Barrett? Go ahead.
Would you take Odell Beckham back in this team?
For nothing, sure. I
mean, for a second round pick, would you take the contract and give up a 2nd round pick to get Odell Beckham back in this team? No, we have to pay him $19 million for the next 3 years.
No, not with his contract. Okay. Not with his contract. I don't want to pay that contract. That was the biggest. That's the reason I wanted to get rid of him more than anything was his contract. I don't like paying receivers that kind of money. David Bigelow, thank you. We'll have
a ton of money.
But I'd rather use that money elsewhere.
You could get rid of Solder. If you could trade Solder out of there and lose that money, you were just replacing Solder's money with Beckham's money.
I don't like paying a receiver $20 million. Right. That's just me. Everybody's different.
Well, I got you. I was just curious.
Would you?
I would take him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would take him back. Yeah. For that, yes. I would not give up a 1st rounder for him.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical scenario, but. David Bigelow, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. You can't forget about it. It says Giants gave a 4th and a 6th for Ogletree. Maybe I thought it was a 5th. I thought it was just a 5th. Maybe it was 2 picks. Maybe you're right, David Bigelow. I thought it was a 5th.
You know what's weird? I swear to God, I can see Odell Beckham coming back here, man. I don't know why. I know I said earlier in the stream that he will never be back here, but there's something tells me somehow, somewhere, Beckham's going to end up back here. I just have a feeling. I do.
That'd be funny if he does. And Kimber Kiss, thank you, Kimber Kiss, for all the love you're showing tonight. She says, I just like hearing Chris and Bad Dog say ghost. That's right. Kimber Kiss is into the
Sam Darnold was hanging out with Kimber Kiss.
Yes. Sam Darnold and Kimber Kiss may be dating, guys. She's into the paranormal. If you like ghosts, go over to her channel. Sam Darnold is a sponsor of Kimber Kiss's channel.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe Kimber Kiss is a Pats fan, and she said to go over to visit Sam Darnold. She did that.
Oh man. Let's see. Bad Dog, the guy that wants his ex back. West Coast says.
Hey, for a 2nd round pick, I would do it for a 2nd round pick.
That's the other thing I'd have to worry about. By the way, great point. BB13. Beckham would walk over Jones. That's another thing. A young quarterback struggling. You got to worry about that too. You don't want him to affect the development of your young quarterback.
Maybe has he done anything to Baker Mayfield? Baker Mayfield sucks. Baker Mayfield's way worse than Eli ever was with.
So you'd be willing to take that chance again? You're gonna dance with the devil.
I have a feeling.
Because my personal opinion is the main reason they got rid of him was because of Daniel Jones.
I agree too. I feel like they knew they were taking Daniel Jones in March.
Yeah.
And that's why they got rid of him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just have a weird feeling he's going to back here. I just have a weird feeling.
That'd be interesting.
I'm not saying this year, but I'm saying
that's interesting.
I just have a feeling because maybe he'll mature.
Listen, I'd be for it if they did it. I'm going to get behind the Giants no matter what they do, but I may not agree with the move, but I'm going to, root for the best. Chizola, thank you so much. I got the hiccup. Sorry about that. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Ben's the knees. He says Odell might be immature, but his talent is crazy. He would help Danny so much covering Odell, Ingram, and Barkley. That's obviously the attraction. Chizola is Barkley and Ingram and a better offensive line.
Jones be able to move and extend plays. That's what I said. That's why I said there was a part of me that wanted to see Odell Beckham with Daniel Jones because Daniel Jones' ability to extend plays. Now, of course, he doesn't have the ability to extend plays the last couple of games because he's got nowhere to go because he drops back and he's getting hit before he hits his back foot. It would help if we protect the kid.
Listen, it would be fun to see Beckham back. I'm not going to lie, but I just don't think the Giants are doing it. I don't think he fits here. That's just my opinion. Rudy T, thank you for the $2 super chat. You can't forget. What do I think RJ Barrett, real quick, TJ? I think he's going to be good on the next. I think he's going to be really good. And Rudy T has a question for us. He says, Gents, I've been here. Rudy T's the man, by the way. Gents, yes. I've been here. Couldn't type before. NFC sleepers. Well, at this point, I mean, to classify, first off, I called my sleeper early in the year. That was the Packers. So did Bad Dog. But you can't call them a sleeper anymore. They're 6-1. So, in terms, can you say the Vikings are 5-2? Do they classify as a sleeper? Because I think they are. I think they can make the Super Bowl.
Nah, they got Kirk Cousins. They'll never win anything with him. He stinks.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona. Arizona could be your sleeper.
In terms of being a Super Bowl contender?
Oh, you're talking about a Super Bowl contender.
Well, no, I guess outperform what you might think. Arizona could be, I guess.
I think Arizona.
But that division is tough, though. The Rams
it is.
And
the Rams are underachieving.
And the Seahawks.
The Seahawks are good because of Russell, but then they got their ass whooped by Baltimore.
Yeah, they lost this week.
I mean, maybe, would the Cardinals start off?
They've won 3 in a row, right?
Right, they've won 3 in a row, so
3 in a row, yeah. 3-3-1. They're 3-3-1.
They very well could be.
That's an interesting one.
Well, the Niners aren't a sleeper anymore, Ozzy. I mean, the Niners are front and center. They're the best team in the NFC.
Panthers are a good one. Panthers have been playing a lot better than some people may think.
That's true. The Panthers, yeah.
That's not a bad one.
Kyle Allen's done a really good job there. So.
That's not a bad one. I like the Vikings, personally. I don't know if they classify. They're 5-2, but I do think the Vikings have enough talent to go to the Super Bowl if Kirk Cousins could stay out of the way.
I mean, Cardinals got a great quarterback over there.
Yeah. I'm sticking with the Packers, though. That was my pick at the beginning of the year. I got to roll with them. That's my Super Bowl pick.
Yeah, Nick, somebody mentioned that to me before. I don't know if it was you. They said instead of shit fondue one specific person, you should name one player from each game shit fondue for the week. I don't know if that was you that said that to me during the stream or somebody said Pat Shermer wins the shit fondue award for this week.
And TJ Decker said, do you guys see any blockbuster trades going down before the deadline? I mean, we already have. We've seen blockbuster trades. I mean, Jalen Ramsey was a blockbuster trade.
Yeah, that's a big deal. 2 firsts and a fourth.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's a big one.
And today's trades were not anything to sneeze at. I mean, Emmanuel Sanders is a good wide receiver. Yeah, Sanu's a pretty good wide receiver. There's been some action leading up into the
Lemuel Sinclair says, I got that same feeling about OBJ I got too. I do. Like I said, not this year, but Cleveland struggles again next year. I can see the Giants. I can just see it. Him coming back here.
That would be interesting, to say the least. That would be interesting, to say the least. I can't. You could see them trading to get him.
Yeah. If they're a wide receiver away, they don't have the one thing else. They don't have that guy. They don't have this guy. Look at how tight.
Yeah, but they could draft him though.
Yeah, but we need so much else. I want CeeDee Lamb here. I mean, that's my guy. We're not getting Jerry Jeudy. I want CeeDee Lamb, but I'd rather have a Chase Young. I'd rather have that pass rusher. I'd rather have a linebacker. I'd rather have those guys. Your Isaiah Simmons or your Kenneth Murrays. I'd rather have defense here than offense. I feel like it's easier to go out and get offense out of the free agent market than it is to get defense for some reason.
I see Malik King. He's wrote this a bunch tonight. He says that talks between the Cowboys and Amari Cooper are not going anywhere. Yeah, I mean, that's another guy that's a possibility. He's going to cost Odell money, probably. He's having a huge year, and he had a great...
He will definitely cost Odell money.
Yeah, so he's going to cost $20 million a year. So, Is he worth it? I don't know. He is a guy that's probably a much better locker room guy, so maybe. I mean, the Giants can have a lot of money, especially if they could trade Nate Solder.
Well, they have a ton if they could trade Nate Solder.
Yeah. Rudy T says, if we continue to lose, is there a point in the season where we limit or sit Saquon Barkley?
Yes.
You think so?
Yep.
I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad idea. I'm not
he's
saying
been injured.
Yeah.
I think if we're out of it. I mean, if we're looking at 4-10 going into the 15th game, I think
that I agree with. Yes.
Limit.
That late in the season. Yes.
Yeah, like the last couple of games. Like I'm not saying like after the bye.
Yeah, maybe you don't completely bench him, but you use him sparingly. Yes, I could see that. It should be illegal to be Bill Belichick's age to coach and be that good. Yeah. Greatest coach of all time. But guys, it is midnight. We always try to go as late as we can. We usually go 10:15 to midnight. If you guys are new to this show, I just want to say, if you haven't done so, once again, subscribe to the channel. And more importantly, go into the description and subscribe to Bad Dog Sports. We're going to be doing the same show Friday night. Obviously, we're going to be more in depth. And we'll probably talk a lot more about the trade deadline. There'll probably be more rumors that arise leading up into that day.
Or there might be more trades as well.
More trades as well. And the trade deadline is on Monday, I think. So, good chance there's going to be some giant trades coming up in the next couple of days. So, keep your eyes out for that. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that was here, that stuck around the whole time, even popped in for a couple of minutes. You guys are phenomenal. Dire Giants fan, Last Jedi, Alex Fernandez, Austin Hernandez, Rudy T, Melissa, Rex Ryan, the new head coach. I don't think so. I think he stays in the booth where he is in ESPN. I think it's a great gig for him. Bill Parcells is the GOAT. Yeah, no doubt about it. He's the GOAT. But Hitbit, thank you for being here. Alex Fernandez, whoever is still here or that was here, thank you guys. You guys are phenomenal. And more importantly, what's up, Big Blue? Thanks for popping in. Chris Gonzalez, have a good night, Betty. TJ Decker, have a good night. But I always let Bad Dog Coach, and I always like to say thank you for Bad Dog for coming on, and looking forward to being on his channel on Friday.
Big Blue says collab or on effect. Chris and I are not big enough to collab with him. He's mentioned that before, that we are not big. Oh, wait a minute. We're bigger than him now. Anyway, we wouldn't be where we are without you guys. And we do. I never can say it enough how much we appreciate your support on this channel. You guys are great. You make this show a lot of fun for us. Really enjoy your questions because it's always good to get different opinions from people, Giants fans, even fans outside the fan base. And the fact we have so many other fans, like West Coast, I know is a 49ers fan, but
he shows up to all my streams, West Coast. He's great.
But I'm saying John Letourneau, like there's so many Jedis, a Saints fan. There's so many fans that aren't even Giants fans that tune into these streams. And that means the world to us. So, we love hearing your opinion on things. And, hey, we would never be able to do this without you. So we really appreciate the continued support on both of our channels, watching the videos, hanging out in the live streams. You guys are the best, man. I say it every time I do a live stream. I put it in my chat, in my description every time. Can't show the game due to copyright, but please stay tuned for a live scoreboard and the best chat on YouTube, and I mean that with all my heart. You guys are the best. So, hopefully we see you guys Friday. And, until then, keep watching the videos, and, we do live streams. Hope to see you there. Until then, guys, have a great night. For the entertainment, it's Bad Diggity Dizzle, and we are gone. Peace!